Hello everyone. With this videocast series, I'm gonna be demonstrate about ASP.NET Link implementation. So let's get start with a .NET application in which we'll implement Link. Link is what language integrated query. In the previous days, we used to write applications in which we call SQL queries in double quoted manner. So with this videocast series, we'll be studying how we can implement Link in C Sharp only. With this, we don't need to write any SQL query in double quotes in C Sharp. We'll just learn how we can query our database without having double quoted SQL queries in the code. Let's get started. First of all, let us write the agenda, what we're gonna be do. So we'll have a small agenda over here and these sticky notes. We need to create an application to save employee data, right? So we're gonna be write employee application. What it will do, it will ask a user to enter some values like name, age, contact number, and date of birth, salary, sort of things. We'll collect these values from the user via ASP.NET application, via ASP.NET page, and we'll save all the information to the databases. For this, we need to create a table first of all. The table would be employee table, and fields as I have specified before this, field would be name, age, contact number, an auto-generated ID, and some other basic information. So what we're gonna be do, we're gonna be create an employee table first of all by using SQL Server 2005. Then we'll create an ASP.NET application which will have a UI. From that UI we will be submitting all the values. So first of all, we need to create an ASP.NET project. Before that, we'll be required, we need to create a database first of all. So what I'm going to do, I'm opening SQL web browser, SQL WB, and get start. So here I'm connecting my SQL Server Management Studio to my database engine. So first of all, we need to know what should be the server type. If you're working on a database engine, means you are trying to store any database specific information, you need to connect to database engine. Now the server name, you might have different servers in your Visual Studio in Visual Studio environment or in your development environment. If you're working on a development company, so then you must have so many servers, so you need to decide from which server you need to connect. Here I'm connecting to my ISA server, which is my own database server. Here I'm selecting authentication type. See, as we have two types of authentication over here, window authentication and SQL Server authentication. So window authentication is like you don't need to pass any credential for this. If you have once logged to your window, you can authenticate, you can log into your database. Now if you select SQL Server authentication, you need to provide SQL specific credentials, like I have SA, password is something TECHNIQUIA, Technikia is my password, connected to the database. So as you can see, a list of databases is available in our Object Explorer window. Object Explorer window is like all the database objects are available over here, whether it is about your database, whether it is about your procedure, table, function, security for database, server objects, replication, management, notification services, whether it is about your uh, agent, which is disabled right now in my SQL Server. So what we need to do is we need to write a query to create a database. So in it is about your planning, like if you plan a software to create, so first of all you need to plan database, create. I'm writing a query over here to create a database, create database employee. Fine, you need to select the query and execute it out. Yes, command got successfully executed. Now to use the database, here you can see what database is selected. Here masters is selected. Okay, so we need to use employee, then select it out and execute. Bum, we got employee database over here. So I'm not wasting. I'm gonna as you can see, first of all, as you can see here, a list of databases available which was of previously allocated. So we need to refresh databases. You will get your newly created database here. What was the database? Employee. Good, we got the employee database. As you can see over here, you have got so many options: database diagram, tables, views, synonyms, programmability. So relevant thing is what right now is table. Fine, we'll be studying about everything your in your further sessions. So we need to use tables over here. So instead of wasting the time, I will create a table from the wizard. So what I'm gonna be do, I will right click over here, new table. You will get in SQL Server interface, which will ask you to provide a name to the column, data type for the column, and whether you want to provide any null information in that or not. So you can select as if you want to provide, and if you don't want to provide, deselect it out. So first of all, I want an employee ID which should be of integer type. So if you want to see the list of data types available in SQL Server, you can see so many data types are available, but as we will use the data types, I will let you know what and how uh, these types are relevant to us, or how you guys would be able to use them in your application. So first is ID, name, sorry, name, name, age, right, date of birth, salary. Fine, don't provide the salary, it will be we'll provide it later. So we'll create a small table so that you guys could understand it better and perfectly. Just provide another address. For address we need to select a varchar which is of 50. Varchar, date of birth should be date time, age should be an integer, and name should be a varchar having, that's it. So is we got the date table design. I specified you in the beginning, like I want an employee ID which should be automatically generated. So it should be primary key, as this attribute ID is recognizing the whole row of the table. It means if you want to specify, if you want to uh, recognize an employee from the company, you must need to provide an ID instead of providing it any name or number, because ID is a thing which cannot be provided uh, to two different person with the same number. Let's say if I am an employee, I and my colleague cannot have same ID, because ID identifies us. So I think it is fine. Let us